Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's been doing well and excited because the stock market is making crazy moves every week. Having reinvested my savings since the March crash, I've been really happy with the gains, and my portfolio has tripled this year in size. With all the excitement, the most important advice I've been following and can offer to you is to stay calm and collected. Take profit on stocks you've been waiting to sell. Average down the companies that are still undervalued, and strategically focus your reinvestments on companies you expect to be very successful. For today's watch list, I'll be focusing on two high-quality stocks I've been buying in the cloud computing sector. If you're new to the channel, like always, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button and bell notification to keep up with my future videos. And also hit the like button, as it really helps the YouTube algorithm. Also follow me on Instagram at Patient Mindset for news posts and stock picks that I make. Sometimes they're featured solely on the Instagram, so you might not find them on this channel. Now, last month I created an analysis video on the gaming sector, sharing my thoughts specifically on Activision Blizzard, Tencent, and DraftKings. The winner was DraftKings, which grew over 70% since I called it on this channel, and it's currently one of my best performing stocks for this year. If you haven't seen the video, I recommend checking it out at the link above. Going into this month, I focused on building positions in newly IPO'd companies that are in high growth while still having a small amount of total outstanding shares, compared to bigger and much more inflated companies. I came down to the conclusion of starting positions in Fastly and Cloudflare, both of which have been doing really well in the portfolio. Now, these companies aren't the market leaders in cloud computing itself, as traditional companies like Amazon, Microsoft, or Google are. Instead, Fastly and Cloudflare are leveraging the power of cloud computing to become market leaders in niche services, which I'll be explaining in detail in this video about why I like each of them for long-term picks. The first company is Fastly, ticker symbol FSLY. An edge cloud platform provider that's relatively new, only being founded 9 years ago. Fastly focuses on digital transformation and targeting emerging companies as well as industry dominators. The biggest challenge for developers today is to deliver a digital service that prioritizes scale, security, and performance, areas where Fastly drives expertise. During the last tech boom, many companies that provided software as a service grew substantially. However, for this upcoming decade, I personally believe that infrastructure and platform as a service will have its shining moment. Fastly provides many services like content delivery, image optimization, cloud security, and streaming service. Something that traditional hardware would provide is now being replaced by the edge cloud, which can handle time-sensitive data while providing real-time visibility and full control. The greatest part is the power of software-defined network architecture, empowering the developer as a whole, letting them program and use the metrics that mean the most to them, according to the business goal. All of these factors help generate the majority of revenue for Fastly, charging customers based on the usage of the platform, measured in gigabytes and service requests. Fastly has over 300 enterprise customers, many of them being notable and ranging from small, medium, to large-scale corporations, each needing different services for different needs. The biggest example is Amazon. Fastly supports their content delivery, something Amazon used to do in-house with their own content delivery network, CloudFront, until they were outperformed. Simply, Fastly focuses on small object delivery, helping images load up faster on Amazon's homepage. Since video and software download traffic has low margins, and it's already dominated by CloudFront, Fastly plays it smart to focus in their own special area, leading a unique proposition in image optimization. This has led them to perform similar services for other companies as well. This same service is used by Ticketmaster and Airbnb, utilizing Fastly as a core component of their web infrastructure, handling load balancing and event-based routing when thousands of customers are attempting to make bookings at the same time. GitHub is another company that enables collaboration for over 6 million developers worldwide to write software. With a massive infrastructure, it's prone to outages and other shutdowns. For this reason, it relies on Fastly for improving speed and reducing server load, as the company is scaling with high growth, and they don't want to sacrifice performance at the same time. Stripe and Kickstarter depend on Fastly for security, responsive support, and edge caching, which is another term for servers used to store content closer to the end users. Both platforms handle sensitive payment information and need a partnering system that can mitigate DDoS attacks while providing a smooth and speedy checkout service. Yelp and Twitter are examples of social media platforms with different purposes, but united by a common partner like Fastly, to adopt security features like DDoS mitigation, TLS termination, and instant purge. For those not familiar, TLS termination refers to all the data encryption and decryption happening in backend servers, which is then terminated closer to the edge of the network. Combining this with instant purging of stale content, higher performance and speed is unlocked, rather than the old compute-intensive process that used to cause slowdown in the end-user experience. Man, that was even a lot for someone like me. I focus on the investing, and I'm not the biggest expert on tech, but while I've covered some of Fastly's main services, this is truly only a fraction of everything they provide on their platform. I highly encourage you to check out the links in the video description to research more about their offerings and the technology they implement. Moving on to the financials, Fastly is in a current trading range of $45 to $60 since the past month, skyrocketing since the all-time low of $10.63 during the March crash. If you were someone that bought during those levels, let me tell you, you are really lucky. And you bought at the true bottom, my friend, considering the stock only IPO'd at $16. My average price for my holdings is at $25, just to be transparent, which means I'm up about 145% from where I bought out. Now, I'm really happy with what I have, but I'm still looking to add more, and I'm watching this every day for a good price dip. Considering the market cap is almost $6.5 billion, with 103 million shares outstanding, I still believe the stock is undervalued, based on further room to grow in the edge computing market. In fact, according to many market researchers, the growth in cloud, hardware, and software will only continue as brick-and-mortar stores go digital, alongside other companies being born to support the new work-from-home revolution. Edge computing is only a small part of this right now, but it will be crucial as an infrastructure going into the future. The PE ratio is negative, of course, considering Fastly is in high growth phase, and they're spending a lot on things like research and development, sales and marketing, as well as increasing network costs used to support the increasing traffic. Remember, Amazon uses this company despite already having a CDN provider of their own. A company like Amazon focuses on high growth, and they weren't always the most profitable in the beginning, until they proved investors wrong, and they are the most dominant company today. This should already provide testimony to the fact that Fastly is providing quality, the underlying factor that will keep winning them big clients in the future. Cloudflare services are very similar to what I mentioned previously with Fastly when it comes to content delivery and optimization, but small differences are there in terms of performance and security offerings. The two companies also price the services in different ways, Fastly charging on a usage basis compared to Cloudflare offering a flat fee. Online businesses today depend on security, millisecond performance, and reliability, and they're willing to take on the extra costs. The overall transition is heading to cloud service, disrupting the traditional hardware boxes of the past, which were originally providing VPN, firewall, optimization, and other network services. Long gone are the days of businesses working with dozens of vendors for network solutions, because now everything can be consolidated and packaged into one platform. The exact kind of platform that Cloudflare provides. Cloudflare caters to businesses of all sizes and geographies, delivering many offerings involved in content delivery, web optimization, internet security, and domain name server services. All of this combined in one helps developers enhance and secure business-critical applications, while eliminating the cost and time of managing their own network. Cloudflare's growth strategy involves acquiring new customers, based on a freemium and pay-as-you-go model. The idea is that smaller businesses test out the product for free and use limited services, while larger contracted customers can choose to pay for more features, especially if they've increased their usage of the platform. Cloudflare continues to invest in new products and solutions, launching them to market frequently. In fact, Cloudflare Workers is a recent one that's a part of their serverless platform strategy, which allows customers to bring applications to market, deploying serverless code to data centers worldwide. Cloudflare has influential customers in a variety of sectors. For online retail platforms, Shopify and Upwork are good examples of users that depend on load balancing for easier control of traffic distribution, as well as fast and reliable service in general that doesn't provide burden on the end user. While Shopify powers millions of online retail storefronts, Upwork connects businesses and freelancers together for sales of gig work. For both companies, it doesn't make sense to do everything in-house because they could save that money instead to just further invest in their main product. HubSpot and Zendesk are some of the world's premier customer service companies, providing their software suite to help businesses enhance customer relationship management. While HubSpot focuses on inbound sales and marketing, Zendesk is built around various customer support channels. Both companies rely on a security vendor to protect their platform. As I mentioned before, Cloudflare is known for their security offerings because they do a lot more than just protecting against DDoS attacks. This includes data loss and breach prevention, bot mitigation, enhanced visibility, and auditing of events and requests, all while saving hundreds of thousands in hardware and bandwidth costs for the customer. The same services applies to customers like Glossier, Quizlet, SoFi, and Discord. Companies born relatively in the last 10 to 15 years, in a digital-first era for their product, meaning online platform and cloud security has never been more important than before. One important comment I do want to make involves controversy with the policies of free speech, and whether technical support should be provided to platforms that spread negative media attention. While I typically don't like to get involved in politics when it comes to investing, I do think this factor is getting more important than ever before, especially if you've been keeping up with the proposed social media legislature, affecting companies like Facebook and Twitter. Cloudflare overall is a big supporter of free speech, and the current CEO, Matthew Prince, is a believer of not falling to external pressure when it comes to identifying what stays online and what doesn't. You can research more about past incidents with websites like Lulzec, a hacker group, the Daily Stormer, known to promote the alt-right movement, and 8chan, a controversial online forum, all of which has drawn media attention in the past. Cloudflare eventually terminated support for the Daily Stormer and 8chan, but that doesn't mean they shy away from their overall stance on supporting free speech. Moving into Cloudflare's financials, we can see the stock price is still relatively stable, and it hasn't grown that much from an IPO price of $18. My average price for my holdings is at 30, up 18% in my position, which is not that far from the current stock price. The trading range for the past month has been in between about 25 to 35, which I'm still considering an attractive buy-in price, as I add more to my position. The market cap is higher than Fastly, a little over $11 billion with outstanding shares at 303.7 million, thus the reason for the stock having less volatility. As a growth company, Cloudflare has a history of net losses since they began operations, as they continue to hire more domestically and internationally. They've been expanding operations and infrastructure, as well as further developing their products too. Alongside increasing costs, they've shown that the growth of their investments is working for them, with a year-over-year growth of around 47% in revenue, and consistent increases in paying customers per year. I personally believe it's only the beginning for the company, as popularity for their services continue to grow. Some honorable mentions for cloud sector in general include Microsoft, ServiceNow, and VMware. These are amazing high-cap companies that have already established dominance in their respective market. I'm simply not buying into them as the stock prices are expensive for me, and I want to focus on having a higher quantity of shares in companies that are still a little cheaper with fast growth potential. Still, for an investor that prefers safety alongside quality for their portfolio, these are really good contenders. Microsoft's Azure has the most cloud market share behind Amazon, and this is a big reason for their major growth, as they shifted from being primarily hardware focused to being more software integrated. Microsoft has been winning contracts consistently, and they even recently received a huge boost to integrate cloud services for companies looking to shift digitally. They're also a top contender alongside Amazon in the competition for obtaining the $10 billion Pentagon Jedi Defense Cloud contract. But recently, political drama between the companies has put a pause to this for now. ServiceNow is an underrated company that has quietly grown in the B2B industry, strictly focusing on bringing products to market meant for enterprise customers. Their cloud platform manages many digital solutions tailored to IT delivery, HR service, customer service management, and so much more. They've specifically revolutionized the telecom, financial services, and healthcare industries when it comes to workflow products. These industries have been some of the slowest to change, with many legacy companies still running on outdated technology, not really suitable for today's times. Lastly, VMware is a cloud computing virtualization software company owned by Dell. VMware has been a long-time leader in this space, and was actually the first company to successfully virtualize the x86 architecture, allowing companies to access virtual desktops for their own company or even clients. If you're familiar with the term VDI, then you have used a VMware offering to access a remote desktop on your personal work laptop. This company has had lots of opportunity to capitalize on the recent work from home trend, and they will continue to do so, with more products updated continuously to scale remote users on demand. And that's a wrap for the video, folks. I really appreciate you sticking till the end. Feel free to comment below on future videos you would like to see, as well as any stocks you might buy from my watch list. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and remember to subscribe. Peace out, keep making those stock market gains, and I'll see you next time.